objective which provide adequate justification for U.S. military intervention. Such a plan would enable a logical buildup of incidents to be combined with other seemingly unrelated events to camouflage the ultimate objective to create the necessary impression of Cuban rashness and irresponsibility on a large scale directed at other countries as well as the United States. Translation: they're going to make it seem like Cuba is starting all this static with the U.S. and other countries, and because of that, the United States needs to go in and invade Cuba. All right, that's the translation. The desired resultant from the execution of this plan would be to place the United States in the apparent position of suffering defensible grievances from a rash and irresponsible government of Cuba, and to develop an international image of Cuba threat and to develop an international image of a Cuban threat to peace in the Western Hemisphere. It's no different than what happened with Hitler setting fire to his own Reichstag building. It just so happens that this has been put to paper. It's hard to believe. Now, on page 7, what they actually do is lay out how they're going to do this, the foundation of this, and they lay out several objectives or things that they can do, and they lay it out in detail on how they're going to accomplish this and what they hope the desired results would be. So I'm going to briefly read through them, okay? A series of well-coordinated incidents will be planned to take place in and around Guantanamo to give the genuine appearance of being done by hostile Cuban forces. A. Incidents to establish a credible attack, not in chronological order. All right. Start rumors, many. Use clandestine radio. Land friendly Cubans in uniform over the fence to stage attack on the base, i.e., provocateurs to stage an attack on their own base. All right. Capture friendly Cubans inside the base. Start riots near the main base gate. Friendly Cubans. Okay, all of these are friendly. Blow up ammunition inside the base. Start fires. Burn aircraft on the base. Sabotage. Lob mortar shells from outside of the base into the base. Some damage to installations. Capture assault teams approaching from the sea or vicinity of Guantanamo City. Capture militia groups which storm the base. Sabotage ship in harbor. Large fires. Sink ship near the harbor entrance. Conduct funerals for mock victims. Are you hearing this, people? The United States will respond by executing offensive operations to secure water and power supplies, destroying artillery and mortar emplacements which threaten the base. Commence large-scale United States military operations. Number 3, a Remember the Maine incident could be arranged in several forms. Remember the Maine? That's what got us involved in the Spanish-American War. Think back to that. Maybe that didn't happen as you were told in school, huh? We could blow up a U.S. ship in Guantanamo Bay and blame Cuba. We could blow up a drone, unmanned vessel anywhere in Cuban waters. Casualty lists in U.S. newspapers would cause a helpful wave of indignation. Number 4, we could develop a communist terror campaign in the Miami area, in other Florida cities, and even Washington, D.C. Sound like September 11th, anyone? The terror campaign could be pointed at Cuban refugees seeking haven in the U.S. They could talk about sinking a boatload of Cubans en route to Florida, real or simulated. Foster attempts on the lives of Cuban refugees in the U.S., even to the extent of wounding in instances to be widely publicized. Wow. Exploding a few plastic bombs in carefully chosen spots The arrest of Cuban agents and the release of prepared documents substantiating Cuban involvement would also be helpful in projecting the idea of irresponsible government. Number 5, it talks about Cuban-based Castro-supported filibuster could be stimulated against a neighboring Caribbean nation in the vein of the 14th of June invasion of the Dominican Republic. It says, we know that Castro is backing subversive efforts clandestinely against Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Guatemala, and Nicaragua at present, and possible others. These efforts can be magnified and additional ones can be contrived for exposure.